Welcome to Maximizer CRM video tutorials. This video will show you how to work with notes and documents in Maximizer CRM. Notes and documents are the most important tools to track the history of Maximizer entries. You must understand how notes and documents work to effectively manage your contacts in Maximizer. Notes record activities associated with Maximizer entries. You can create your own manual notes at any time to jot down ideas on an entry. You can set up a default note so your manual notes always have the same properties. You can also automatically log Maximizer activities such as sending email or completing hotlist tasks. Documents are external files and email messages that are attached to Maximizer entries. You can add files to entries. You can also add hyperlinks pointing to files or websites stored outside Maximizer. Viewing the history of an entry. In the History tab, you can view the notes and documents attached to the current entry. This lets you quickly see the history of activity in the entry. Click on a document to open it in its native application. In the top right corner of the tab, select the filter icon to change which items are displayed. Here, you can change the time range for the notes and documents, and you can select the specific types of notes and documents to display. This note was created when a hotlist task was modified for this entry. You can view the entire note in the History tab. You can open the note to edit it, and you can print the note. You can also view and edit notes in the Notes tab, and you can view documents in the Documents tab. To print a list of notes for an entry, open the Reports menu and select Note Report. Adding notes to Maximizer entries. Let's try adding a note to an entry. First, select the entry in the main list. In the History tab, you can type in the text box to quickly add a note. Click Submit to save the note. You can add notes with more features from the Notes tab and from the Details tab. On the right side of the Details tab, select Add a Note. Here you can add formatting and hyperlinks to your note. And you can specify who has access to the note. Click OK to save the note. Setting up default notes. You can set up your own personalized default notes. When you create a new note, it's automatically populated with the content from the default note. Let's try creating a default note for address book entries. In the address book page, open the Edit menu and select Default Note. Select a default font for the note. You can add default content. You can also set default values for the full access and read access fields. Click OK to save the changes. Now, try adding a new note. The new note has the same content as the default note. You can also set up default notes for opportunities, campaigns, and customer service cases. Setting logging preferences. You can set up your logging preferences to create notes automatically when you perform tasks in Maximizer. In the top right corner of the page, click Preferences. Click Other Preferences, and select the Logging tab. You can set logging preferences for different types of actions in Maximizer. Select Notes if you want to log notes for the action. Select None if you don't want to log the action. For example, under Scheduled Tasks, you can set your preference for logging notes each time a hotlist task or a calendar appointment is created or modified. Click OK and click Save to save all changes to the preferences. Adding documents to Maximizer entries. You can attach external files such as invoices and contracts to Maximizer entries to help you access all important information directly from the entry. First, select the entry. On the right side of the Details tab, select Add a Document. Click Browse and select the file. Now you can set the properties for the document in Maximizer. The value in the owner field determines who has access to the file. Leave the owner as public to let all Maximizer users view the file. Click OK to finish adding the file. You can view the documents in the History tab. If necessary, click the refresh icon on the right of the tab to display all recent activity. You can click on the document name to open it. Adding hyperlinks to Maximizer entries. You can add hyperlinks to entries to record links to documents stored outside the address book, for example, on local and network drives and on external websites. First, select the entry. Open the Documents tab. In the View bar, select Hyperlink. Enter a name. In the hyperlink field, type or copy the URL and click OK. You can view the hyperlink in the History tab. Click the name to follow the hyperlink. Microsoft Word integration. With Microsoft Word integration for Maximizer, you can use Microsoft Word as your word processor while working with your entries in Maximizer. This lets you create Word documents that include data from Maximizer entries and save the documents with the entries in Maximizer. For more information, see the How to Install and Use Microsoft Word Integration video. Thank you for using Maximizer CRM video tutorials. For further information, visit www.maximizer.com.